The Logger's Lunchbox is a device that combines global power and audio processing in one unit that hooks to the bottom of a DSLR camera. But let's start from the beginning.
So recently I was on a shoot where I actually had to use a DSLR for a full run and gun one-man band sort of deal. I think they're awesome tools.
Like everyone else, we started mixing DSLRs into our workflow. The picture quality was great, but the ergonomics were so bad they started to interfere with our work.
There's problems with the power not staying on as long as we need it to.
I mean, my batteries died halfway through an interview. I had to tell the CEO of a company, hold on, I gotta switch batteries on my camera. My audio recorder batteries then suddenly died. I said, hold on, I gotta plug in my audio recorder.
There isn't a good way to get audio in.
I had like a Tascam recorder, separate audio recorder around my neck. I'm monitoring audio on the side of that, and I've got to feed out of that into a Juice Link recorder into my camera just to be able to get low noise preamps with Magic Lantern installed on my DSLR.
There's no phantom power. There's no standard connectors for audio. They weren't pulling their weight in the field.
Here we are building this like Frankenstein's monster type of camera by adding on different audio components to do what we needed to do and power components. And there hasn't been that one tool that really simplifies the audio process, that simplifies the power process, that really helps make everything easy to convert a DSLR to a production style camera.
We decided to look at how other people are handling these problems. We were looking for global power that can run everything, a way to get audio into the device with phantom power. We also needed monitoring from the camera so we could see if the audio was good with a volume control so you could turn it down. And we needed a way to get it all put together in a package that didn't look ridiculous. For all this money, we could switch these jobs back to real cameras. The old cliche applies. If you want something done right, sometimes you have to do it yourself. So after hundreds of napkin drawings, a bunch of research, talking to a lot of other camera people, the Logger's Lunchbox began to take form. Our first prototype was called 1.1, the first guts prototype for all the electronics. It wasn't pretty, but it answered all of our questions. First, to solve the DSLR power dilemma. It works with 12 or 14.4 volt broadcast batteries, power sources of all the common chemistries. We settled on a high-speed switching circuit that automatically goes to the 4-pin when power is applied. You can change it right in the middle of a shot. A single multi-pin connector provides all the connections to the camera, power and audio. Then we added more things. 2 XLR inputs, switchable between mic and line level, switchable phantom power on both of the inputs, audio level control, headphone preamp with volume control that uses the signal directly from the camera, accessory power outputs with overload and short circuit protection in both 2.1 and 2.5 millimeter barrel sizes. And to help with the Frankenstein ergonomic problems, we figured a way to get it all into one single box. Or should I say, 2 boxes. The external form of the Lunchbox boiled down to 2 major styles, the first of which had a compact shoulder mount device we called the Run and Gun. Run and Gun already has most of the features worked out. The broadcast standard 4-pin power input, monitor headphone jack, 2 full XLR isolated line level outputs, 2 XLR inputs, a place for your ENG wireless receivers, a single line mic phantom rotary control for the mic inputs, a 1-inch diameter system handle above your eye line with 2 1/4-inch accessory mounting holes. Accessory power outputs, rugged left channel, right channel, and monitor volume knobs. A single multi-pin connection to the camera. Also an internal ear level speaker for camera audio monitoring. The system will also be black in color. And this thing we call Studio. This is prototype 2.3 Studio. On the front, the same U60 style battery connection, and it uses the same multi-pin cable as the larger box. Over on the driver's side, we start out with a rugged 1/4-inch headphone jack, then 2 identical stacked channel strips that have level controls. It sits under the camera. It doesn't provide some of the ergonomic tools of the Field Lunchbox. But mainly, it has the same kind of features, except it's small. As the idea kept developing, we were showing them to people for testing, and everybody was trying to secure one for themselves. Everybody seemed to want to acquire one. So it became clear that if we spent more time, or maybe even all of our time making these things, a lot of people would be a lot less miserable shooting DSLR video. To make this totally awesome, we need your help. This is a significant project that can help a lot of people do great things a little easier. For this to work, We need to automate board production. We need to automate some of the processes of making this. It's a little different than making one or two for you and your friends. This first manufacturing run, or micro run, is completely devoted to Kickstarter, and we're offering it at a discount to thank you for helping us get started. You can read about it more in the pledges section below, which I guess is this way. We've gotten a lot of great help from a lot of wonderful people, but the bigger we can make this, the better it can be. So, thanks so much for watching.